Happy weekend. Happy day before Easter.
Yeah.
Hope everyone's happy and kind of spend this time with their families and loved ones.
Yeah.
Kind of nice, huh? Aw. I love Easter time.
I like it too.
It's fun.
It's different at this phase of life, but it's going to be a good day.
Yeah.
I mean, today was beautiful.
Today was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that fire. Oh, got a fire because we can't deal with the cold. So.
Yeah, so if you see me getting smoked out back there, oh shit, I probably will. I probably will. Just know it's everything you want to get rid of. I'm just releasing it all for you from the fire. I'll pick a card.
Astral travel. Caution needed. Oh.
It's really
intense.
Yeah, so astral traveling is when you dream.
Uh-huh.
But it's really good to be aware of grounding yourself before you dream. So if you're going out of your body, you want to still stay in a grounded state.
Oh, well, this is a great thing to do before.
Yeah.
That's a great practice to do at night, too. Yin, more restorative, just really some deep stretching and preparing you for a nice, long sleep.
And the sound. Sacred divinity. I keep getting this one. There are two paths ahead.
Cool. Do you remember my phone number?
60. Should I say it on live?
Sure. Call me.
609-3191.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then 573-5499. We were told today. Who told us to remember a friend's phone number?
My astrology co-star app just randomly notified me, like, memorize your best friend's phone number today. I'm like, Jesse, what's your phone number?
So we asked each other this afternoon, and then look, we have it memorized. So
Yep.
Go memorize your
homework.
best friend's phone number.
Yep.
Just in case. All right.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
To our sponsors,
Cheers.
Truly. We're open to a Truly sponsorship.
Yes. Making us truly ourselves. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys too. I got an amethyst out, my favorite crystal for protection. And then I also got this because everything's going to be okay.
Jesse, like this.
Yeah, like that. And then, or it could be the goddess. It's all sorts of things you could do with that. But anyways.
And just so you know, I probably might end up walking around with the singing bowls and instruments, just in case this fire gets a little out of hand. So.
All right, perfect. We're actually going to get started with fire hydrant pose, which is kind of funny. Didn't even plan that. But we'll start out first seated. I have two options for you right here. You can go in a comfortable seat, or you can move into a toe stand with your toes tucked. This releases all the fascia at the bottom of your feet and really opens up all these tendons through your calves and even up into your hamstrings. So just stretching out the bottoms of your feet, especially if you run a lot or if you wear high heels, this is a great posture to take. I have been doing this every day. It's pretty intense, but the more you do it, the less intense it is. So option to do that. So remember to get those little baby pinky toes. Tuck those under as well. You don't want to leave them out of the party. Good, and then wherever you are, just go ahead and start to settle in, whether your toes are tucked or not. Just taking a body scan here, noticing how your body is feeling this evening. Where is your mind right now? Are you still on your to-do list? Are you thinking about Easter tomorrow, all the things that you have to prepare? Are you able to just let all of that go, giving yourself this hour? It'll all be there for you when this hour is done. Just try to settle here into the now. Take a deep breath in. Feel your belly expand from your belly button all the way up through your chest. And an open mouth exhale. Feel that breath travel from your chest all the way back down your body. Another, just like that. Inhale, fill all the way up. And as if you're fogging a mirror, big open mouth exhale. Let it go. One more intentional breath, knowing that's okay to just let go. Big inhale. And an open mouth exhale. If your toes are still tucked, they're probably starting to talk to you. So option to press into your blocks if they're accessible, or just into your fingertips when you lift your hips up slightly as we tap into our Ujjayi breath, our pranayama, our life force. With our lips sealed, deep breath in through your nose. Hold at the top, find a slight constriction in the back of your throat. Long exhale out of your nose. Letting your breath be your teacher today, letting it guide you. When your mind starts to travel, saying that you need to get out of this pose, that you're uncomfortable, saying that you don't have time, that you have so much to do, use your breath to come back to the now, to relax your mind and flow through your entire body. Keeping those lips sealed, full Ujjayi breath in, fill up. Feeling that texture in the back of your throat, full Ujjayi breath out. Good, continuing with this breath. Option to keep your eyes closed. You can keep your eyes closed for the entire class if you'd like, or you can open them. Coming into a tabletop position, go ahead and tuck your toes and just go ahead and lightly tap the tops of your feet into the mat, getting that fresh blood flow back into your feet. Good, we're going to take a wrist stretch here since we did our feet already. So go ahead and bring your palms back towards your body if it's accessible. I don't care if your palms are lifted off of the earth, that's fine, or they can be released down to the mat. Good, taking a cow pose here, drop your belly button down, send your tailbone high. Breathing through the front line of your forearms, draw your shoulder blades back and down your spine as you extend the crown of your head up towards the sky. Now, if you like a deeper of a stretch, we're going to stay here for a moment. You can tuck your toes and play with shifting that weight back. That'll give you more of a stretch through the front line of your forearms and your wrists. Good, breathe, full breath in. And a full breath out. Good, inhale, can you drop your belly button down a little bit further, deeper into cat. And on your exhale, moving into cat pose, tuck your chin towards your chest, round, let your head hang heavy. Now this can obviously be taken with your wrists forward if you'd rather, or flow with me. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Good, one more just like that. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale to cat. Good, now we're going to move into another stretch here with our hands. You're now going to bring your backs of your palms onto the mat here. A little pressure in your wrists. And then just start to sit your hips back till you feel this stretch through the top of your forearms and into your wrist. Breathe. I broke my wrist about a year ago, so these stretches are super crucial for me as all the tendons and ligaments in my wrist were torn, and then now they're super tight, a lot of scar tissue built up in there. So yeah, that's why we're doing it, in case you're curious. It's also really good for you as well to stretch those wrists. We rely a lot on them in yoga and arm balancing, down dogs, planks, all of that. Put a lot of pressure into our wrist joint. Good, full breath in. Maybe sink your heels back a little deeper. And a full breath out. And sit back back onto your heels. Now go ahead and just flick your fingers. If you're flicking water off of your hands, a little bit of a wrist warm up here to bring that blood flow back into our wrists. Good, just for another 30 seconds or so, keep flicking that water. And then option also to clasp your hands, maybe make some rolls with your wrists around to the right, and then around to the left. Beautiful. We'll get into our first yin posture here. You're going to go ahead and come down onto your forearms, belly button on the earth. Now here's a great place for you, block if it's accessible, or for a blanket. Moving into fire hydrant pose, or half floor frog is another name for the posture. Just go ahead and start to draw your left knee up. Your right foot is coming directly out from your right hip, toenails pressed into the earth. And now the more you draw your left knee over towards the left, the deeper the stretch you'll get here. The goal here is your left groin area, left inner thigh. Good, now option here, you can stay lifted. This is one variation. Or you can start to lower down. As I said before, you can put a block or blanket underneath your left thigh. If it's a little too tight, you can't quite get it down to the mat. Or go ahead and just cactus your elbows out nice and wide, goalpost arms. And then your gaze will come towards the right, full variation, left ear towards the earth. About halfway there. If you'd like to scoot your left knee out even further, or you can also just start drawing your right hip towards the right to intensify the stretch, and then just let everything else hang, everything else relax, coming back to your breath. Slowly start to walk your palms back into your chest. Press into your hands. Inhale, rise on up, upward facing dog with your leg out. Go ahead and rotate that left hip down, maybe taking the stretch a little bit deeper. Shoulder blades are back and down your spine, low belly pulled in tight. And then moving, pressing back up into a tabletop position. Bring your knees together towards one another. Option to sway those hips left to right. Already feeling a little bit better in your left hip and inner thigh. Already noticing the difference here by just taking a 2-minute stretch on your left side. Beautiful. Then come back onto your bellies. We'll take it to the right. Right knee is going to come up as high as you like. And then go ahead and draw that right heel out as well. As you parallel your chest to the earth, go ahead and goal post your arms. And then send your gaze over towards the left, right ear to the mat. As you work your right hip down into the earth, hug the earth pose. Feeling really grounded here, feeling very rooted, like a tree as you're pressing your whole body into the earth. You are supported, it has got you. Just coming back to who you are, thinking about your roots. What makes you special? What makes you unique? And then finding that gratitude for those things that make you who you are. Halfway there, you can keep walking your right knee out if you need more of a stretch, or maybe go ahead and just scoot your left hip more towards the left, and then continue to press your pelvis down into your mat. Everything is relaxed, everything is heavy. Good. Draw your palms back by your chest. Keep your legs as they are. Press into your left toenails. Inhale, rise up, upward facing dog. Shoulder blades are back and down your spine as you draw your right hip down towards the mat. Good, and tuck your left toes, coming back to a tabletop position here, wiggling those hips side to side. Now we're going to move into a Sphinx pose or up dog variation. So a couple layers here, I will demo a few options. You can go ahead and start on your forearms, arms at a number 11. And I want you to tuck your tailbone down and under. And then just press into your palms, start to lift the crown of your head away from the earth. Your shoulder blades are relaxing down away from your ears. You're already getting the stretch through your shoulder blades, as well as your neck as you elongate the crown of your head up towards the sky. Now, if you like to go a little bit deeper here, option to press into your palms and go ahead and start to lift. You can walk your palms back if that feels better. And then you might start to feel a little bit of a pinch in your spinal discs at your lumbar spine, your low back. Now, pain is not okay, but feeling uncomfortable is. So this compression of our spine is a detoxifying posture. It's kind of like rinsing out your spine. If you think of a sponge, when you squeeze it, you're releasing all of those toxins. That's what you're doing here with this compression. Because the magic will happen when you release. It'll create space for nutrients and fresh blood flow to circulate through your body. Good. Shoulder blades are still softened down your back as you lift, lift, lift through your chest. Breathe. your inhales and your exhales. If it feels good, you can take some neck rolls here for the last couple breaths, left to right. Getting smoked out. Good, then pressing our way back into child's pose, knees out wide, big toes to touch. Go ahead and send your hips back towards your heels. Breathe, feeling that length that you created in your spine, that nice deep release into your low back. Head can be lifted, or you can rest your forehead down to the earth. Good, press into those palms, taking the stretch a little bit deeper through the front line of your body. These are going to come directly underneath your hips. They're going to stay there. And then you're just going to go ahead and walk your fingertips far forward and just drape your chest down to the mat. Now keeping your hips over your knees. The further you walk your fingertips forward, the deeper the stretch will be through the front line of your body. Now, if this is too intense, you can always place a blanket underneath your chest. A little bit more restorative postures will be here for about 15 breaths. Or you can stay with that hover, noticing with every exhale as you soften down closer towards the earth. Breathe into that heat that's rising from your fingertips all the way up through your shoulder blades, through your back. Let this fuel you. Let it keep you moving forward instead of bringing you down. Good, 2 more full breaths here. Beautiful. Slowly start to walk your palms back in, tabletop position. Moving through some cats and cows as they feel good. We're finding that sway in your hips. Already done a lot of work into our spine. Good, now taking some postures into the hips, moving into a half pigeon pose. This can be also done on your backs. I will demo it from this position and go onto your backs if you like. So for half pigeon, your right knee is going to come in front of you, and your leg's going to create a number 7 or a check mark. If you can, some people can get it parallel. You're here in line with your knee. I am not there in my practice. And also a great option here is for this block. If your right hip is way off the earth, go ahead and take that block or that blanket placed underneath your right hip. Good, now before you lower down, go ahead and take a little check here. Gaze over your left shoulder. Ensure that your left heel is coming directly out from your left hip. And then you have 2 options here. You can stay lifted. This is great. Pressing that left hip flexor forward. Or if you like, go ahead and take it lower down. Coming onto your forearms, we're going to stay here. So we're going to move into a twist. So just a few breaths here onto your forearms to start. Good, now you can stay here the other time, or we'll take this into a twist with your left forearm planted. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Good, this is already intensifying the stretch in my right glute. Pull your low belly in tight. Take this into that twist. Not here for long, just give me 3 more breaths here. Activating our right arm. Good, now that right arm can come behind your low back if you like, or if it's accessible, you can walk your left knee in slightly, reach around and capture the big toe edge of your left foot, taking this into a quad stretch as you draw your left heel in towards your glute. Start to open your chest up towards the right. Good, now taking a moment to recognize humility, feeling humbled in this posture, knowing that's okay if we can't perfect these twists. It is not that you're not good enough, not flexible enough. It is this that you are not there in your journey, your practice. I say this a lot, but there truly is no form of perfection in yoga. Your practice is solely your own. So working here in this space to not compare ourselves to others, to know that we are most successful and most productive and most happy if we just focus on our own skills, the gifts we were given, as opposed to wanting or feeling as if we need to be like someone else. Beautiful. If your left toe is lifted, release it down. Moving into full sleeping pigeon here. Go ahead and start to lower down towards the earth. Good. These deep hip openers are not meant to be comfortable. So I want you to go as deep as you can, so you can't push yourself anymore. Knowing that any more would be too much, and any less would make you bored. Good. Take a big breath in. Walk your palms back towards your foot. Go ahead and just swing your left leg around rather. Extend your leg out towards the side. Your right heel is going to come in towards your pelvis. Option here for a blanket underneath your left knee or a block. Either way, I want you to keep that micro bend. It might be so small that I can't see it, but you can feel it. And then just moving into a fold, start to twist your belly over your left thigh, and then just go ahead and hang. Now I don't want you to worry about grabbing your foot, getting into this deepest posture yet. I want this to be more restorative, so go ahead and just let everything hang down towards your thigh. There'll be plenty of time to move into the full variation. Good, halfway there, maybe you start to reach for that foot, or maybe you start to round a little more, bringing your forehead closer towards your knee for the last 5 breaths. Into a half floor frog. So you're gonna go ahead and shift your hips forward and then bring your right foot back and then go ahead and have a seat here. Now your leg may be way out there, that's fine, or maybe you'll tuck it in based on the placement of your hip sockets. Another option here for that blanket, either underneath your glutes, help with the tilt of your pelvis, or underneath this thigh. And then as you're ready, go ahead and start to fold forward. Good, taking this nice deep stretch into your left inner thigh. Noticing as time moves on, as every exhale moves through you, you start to soften in, you start to fold a little deeper. There we are, getting into that connective tissue, that fascia, those deep parts of our body that are more challenging to access, knowing that it takes time and patience to get there. Beautiful. Press into your palms. Slowly start to unravel, moving slowly. Go ahead and come onto your left hip, extend your leg out in front of you, both legs out straight. Option to wiggle your knees a little bit, just releasing those hips and those deep stretches we took into your hamstrings, your inner thighs. Beautiful. Then we'll move on to the other side, starting first in a tabletop position. Go ahead and swing your way around. And then taking it to the left, half pigeon, left foot comes somewhat parallel. Mine is not parallel, more like a check mark or a number 7. Left knee, those directly behind my left wrist. And then my left toes are pointing back towards my hips. Now, if you want to feel a little bit deeper, all you need to do is just start to walk your right knee back, toe healing your right toes. And then take that check, gazing over, ensuring that your right heel is coming directly out from your right hip, that your foot's not sickling in left or right. And then stay lifted, great place to stay. Or if you can lower down onto your forearms. Now, knowing that we had options on the other side, it's okay to take those options, or it's okay to just stay here, and it's okay if you can do it on one side and not the other. Our bodies are not perfectly symmetrical. Some sides are tighter than others. Good, taking it into that twist if you like. Press into your left palm. Inhale, extend your right palm rather. Inhale, extend your left fingertips up towards the sky, drawing your chest towards the left. Good, more of an active posture here. Feeling your upper body fire on. 5 more breaths here in this twist. And then you can stay here with your left palm at your low back, encouraging that twist. Or you can walk your right knee in slightly, draw your right heel in towards your glute, press into your right palm, and then reach around with your left palm, grab for the big toe edge of your left foot. Now you can stay lifted on your right palm or come down onto your forearms. Also a great place for a block underneath your right hand. This will give you a little bit more height, a little more accessibility in capturing that foot. And then go ahead and draw that right heel in towards your glute, quadricep stretch as you spiral your chest towards the left. Reconnecting with your breath, with your intention. Good, about 10 more breaths here in this twist. Have your foot, go ahead and release it down. If you've stayed in half pigeon, stay there just a little bit longer. And then for those, you have the option to stay lifted or the option to lower down, sleeping pigeon. Forehead comes down towards the earth. Good, 3 more breaths here. Good, and rise back up onto those palms, taking time, getting out of those postures. This is not a race. Time to relax, to restore. Go ahead and extend your right leg out long. Left heel scoots in towards your pelvis. Start to walk your palms over your right leg. Again, option for that blanket or that big bend in your right knee. And then just go ahead and start to fold. Now, not important going super deep right now. Just let your body hang without any force. Here that you don't always need to push yourself. Choosing something more restorative, like yin yoga, often means choosing something less complicated. Our lives are complicated enough. So taking the time here is often more powerful, more useful for you than going hard, doing something super intense all of the time. Give your body this time to rest, your body this time to release, your mind this time to become still and quiet. halfway there in this posture, option to take that fold deeper. Maybe you start to walk your fingertips a little bit further forward. Notice the length that you've created in your right leg. Good, take a big breath in, rise slowly. Moving to that half frog posture. Go ahead and start to swing your left heel around. So you're going to draw your left hip inward. Then go ahead and take that left heel back. Again, it doesn't matter if your foot's out or in, whatever feels good in your body. This right knee can be bent, or you can take that blanket underneath your booty. That helps the tilt of your pelvis forward. And then just start to hang, walking your feet, fingertips forward. Nice deep stretch into your right groin and inner thigh. Giving yourself the opportunity here to just let go. Let everything hang. Knowing that when we hold on to something for too long that doesn't serve us, any anger or resentment, we're really the only person that we're hurting. So be okay with just letting it go. Take that opportunity, that time now. Good, on your breath in, walk your palms back. Last couple postures here. Bend into your knees, plant the soles of your feet into the mat. I'll go sideways. Tuck your chin towards your chest, lower all the way down onto your backs. Heels come in towards your glutes, press into your palms. A little bit of activation here for our spine. Inhale, bridge pose. Start to peel your hips away from the mat. Feeling this nice deep stretch through the front line of your body. No pain in your neck as you walk your shoulder blades a little bit closer together. Press into your palms. Can you lift a little bit higher? Your legs and glutes are engaged, so you're not at all using your low back to lift. Good, on your inhale, come up onto your tippy toes, lift your heels. On your exhale, slowly lower it down. Good, eagle legs. We're going to take our right leg up and over our left. And then if it's accessible, go ahead and take your right toes, wrap it underneath your left calf. Now go ahead and scoot your hips over towards the right slightly. Arms come out long like wings and drop your knees over towards the left. As you send your gaze over towards the right or close your eyes. Now stay here, letting everything hang, or if you need more pressure, you can take your left palm to your left hip or knee and use that compression to draw your knees down towards the left. change that cross left leg as we come up and over our right. It can hang here or go for that wrap. Left toes behind your right calf. Plant your palms to the earth, scoot those hips over towards the left, and then take those knees, drop them all the way towards the right. Shoulder blades are melting towards the earth as you reach your arms out like wings. Gaze comes towards your left fingertips, or soften your eyes closed. Deeper stretch, right palm can come to your right hip or your right knee. Corpse pose, or option for Supta Baddha Konasana. Legs or hips are nice and opened. Soles of your feet will come together to touch. Knees butterfly out nice and wide. Option for the blanket or blocks underneath your knees. A little bit more of a restorative posture there. And then both palms can be on the earth or come to your belly as you just settle in, reconnecting with your breath, with your spirit, with what makes you uniquely you. Slowly beginning to come back into this space, presence of awareness. Invite your strong breath back in. Deep inhale, fill all the way up. And let that exhale travel through your entire body. And wiggle out your fingers and your toes. Take a good morning stretch. Reach your arms up overhead. And then roll onto your left side, supported fetal position, using your bottom bicep as a pillow, pressing your top palm into the earth. Knowing that this is a place for rebirth, a place for new beginnings. With your palm pressed into the ground, remembering that you are always supported no matter what, you are never alone. Press your way up to a seat at the front of your mat as we started. Easy pose, Sukhasana. Hands come to heart center, Samasthiti. Soften your eyes closed. Thank you so much for letting us guide you through your practice. This is truly what brings us joy. Drawing your thumbs to your third eye center, that space in between your eyebrows. May you inspire and be inspired by others. May you walk with love and light. May the student and the teacher within us honor, respect, and accept the student and the teacher within each of you. When we are together in this space, we are one. Namaste.
Namaste.
That was fun. Oh. Hope you guys enjoyed that.
So pretty.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Thank you all for joining us tonight.
Oh, mine cut out.
It's kind of a last minute one, but we were feeling inspired, especially to share the Easter love with you all and wish you a happy holiday and sending you so much love and all of it, just all the feels.
All the feels. Thank you.
I think we're going to do this more often.
Yeah, I loved the sunset. This was nice, especially to take again restorative class like this and with the sound before bed. I think that'll be really nice for you guys. So let us know how your sleep was. How you feel tomorrow.
Yeah, and we just updated our YouTube with some more videos, so go check that out. And yeah, super happy to be here.
Me too. Stoked.
Love
We
you all.
love this. Love you.